Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here and watching right now live as I have the amazing Victoria Gallagher on here. And, you're doing this thing with the money manifestation because we all know you as, doing manifestations and you've written so many books. Look at them all behind you. But you know what, Victoria? Take it away. Tell us what you've got going on. I'm going to be quiet now and I'm going to listen.
I will. I'm excited to share. But first, I want to give you a little taste of something I put together. I just recently created these, and this was actually part of my community's idea. So I created this digital area where you can do a little reading, a little card draw every day, and it is based on my Practical Law of Attraction book, and it's also kind of like a cross between that and my Believe app. And but then they told me you should create a physical version. And so I created a physical version, and now everybody has the physical decks. And they all, and I'll tell you a little bit about the community in a minute, but they all pick their cards every day. I just one day I asked them, like, hey, go check this out. Let me know what you get, post your card and let me know if it resonated with you. And then they just kind of started doing it on their own, like every day, and it's just kind of caught on. And now anybody new that comes into the community is like, oh, I guess this is what we do. So
Okay, well, great. Okay, so let's
so it's fun. So I'm just gonna close my eyes here and pick one. Okay, this is your subconscious mind speaking to me, speaking to the deck. And so, you got, okay, so this is from the condition belief. There's 8 conditions, and there's 8 cards in each condition. This is the magic wand. And so you've been hesitating to believe. Power comes from committing energetically. And your affirmation is, I direct belief like a wand with certainty.
Nice.
Did that resonate at all? Have you been hesitating to believe? No. So maybe it's me. Maybe I've been hesitating to believe.
It's and saying that there will be an element there, so I'm gonna have to think about that. Because I do and I don't. There'll be something in there that I would actually. So that's the beauty of you having the card, people having a physical thing, and then sitting with it, and then getting curious, because there will be an element in my life where that is relevant to a part.
Exactly. Yeah, it could be with a relationship. It could be, maybe it's not with business, which is what we kind of want to.
Yeah. And there probably is. So when I said no, that is also a tell, because it probably means yes. So it's like you've got to dig deeper. And so that's the same with so many of our clients anyway, Victoria, isn't it?
It really is.
Like, really, tell me more. So I like that when you've got those cards, somebody will sit and they'll go, well, actually, I pulled that for a reason. And what is it?
Yeah, exactly. And just allow it to sit, and like with us, this was just kind of like a quick thing, but definitely I'll take a picture of it and maybe, send it to you through Messenger, and then you can just think about where in your life maybe that might be applying. But normally I don't come to these kinds of things all dressed in a sweatshirt. Like, I'm usually a little bit more professionally dressed, but I was so excited because I just got my school sweatshirt. So behind me, you can see that's the school cat. And when I opened my community, and the community's gone through a few changes, because when I first opened it, it was the Powerful Manifestor Mastermind community. And, I learned a lot about myself, about the community, about the kind of people I want to attract, about the purpose of the community, and all of that over, this last few months since I started it. I started it in October. And so the cat, I got that for myself when we crossed our first 20 members. And so then I made a new goal for myself that as soon as we cross our first 100 members, which we did a couple of weeks ago, I ordered this sweatshirt. It literally just got in the mail today. When it's 78 degrees, I don't really need a sweatshirt, but I'm so happy with it that I'm sitting here sweating and wearing it anyway.
It's cold
um,
here. I need several of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's cold like everywhere except for here. We have a warming trend actually going on this week, so it's kind of cool. But I hope you're managing to stay warm
Oh,
there.
yeah. Of course,
Yeah.
of course. But, Victoria, tell us more about what your, school is about, you know? Who's in it? Who's it
Yeah.
for?
Yeah, so it's called now it's evolved, so it's no longer Powerful Manifestor Mastermind, it's called the Money Manifestation Mastery Community on School, and it is for, well, anybody who, wants to make more money, essentially, but it's more specifically, I'm attracting hypnotherapists, coaches, and creators, and it wasn't that I even set out that those were going to be the people that I was going to attract, but those were the types of people that were just naturally gravitating toward my work. Being a hypnotherapist for the past 25 years, obviously I've been making a very good living at what I do. People look to me and, most of my clients that come and work with me, that's what they've been doing. I literally have had clients that have come to me that have gone from, making five, figures a month to six figures a month. And and I kind of like, honestly, it's kind of one of those things that I should have stepped into a long, long time ago. But I think I was just afraid to put myself out there as like, whoa, like, a lot of hypnotherapists are afraid to do a couple things like raise their prices or state a specific niche or state a specific outcome that they can get for their clients. And even though I was getting these kinds of outcomes, and even though mostly I was attracting coaches and hypnotherapists, it was like it took something for me to say, "Hey, this is what I do. I help coaches and hypnotherapists increase their clients and their income." And that was like, so it that's what I do. And that is actually what's happening inside of our community.
Nice. You're
So
owning it now.
I've owned it. I do this, and I created, and this was the scariest thing that I literally, besides launching my app 2 years ago, the next scariest thing that I did was I created a program for hypnotherapists to have their first 10K months. And, like, I was, you know, like, really scared, when I first put that together. And that was 2 months ago, I created that program, and we have people that are literally $500 away, from
Right.
hitting that. And, so we haven't quite hit that exactly yet. Well, and I take that back. I take that back because I did have a client, who went, from 0 to 20,000 with me. He's not a hypnotherapist, but he went from 0 to 20,000, and he's in the community now. He just recently joined, and he was doing one-on-one work, but he joined the community now, joined the 10K challenge. His challenge is 30K months. And when we're not talking about just one time, we're talking about how to do this consistently. And, so how I, approach this really is, it's not like you're going to come into the community and you're going to be ready for that program. It's a premium, program. Some people, if you've worked with me and you've done the clearing work and things like that already,
Mhm.
then yes, you can come in and just be ready for that program. But what I have people do to like really prepare them for taking that kind of intensity on is I have a 7-day faster manifestation challenge. And what we do in those 7 days is we uncover the 7 most common money blocks that people have.
Oh, yeah.
One of them, and people, they come in and they think, oh, I have complete clarity on what I want. And then they realize when they don't know what clarity is. And I'm sorry to say, but it's just that is the response each and every time somebody goes through this process. They go through, and sometimes they have to actually go through it a couple of times. Like it hits so much, and they realize, oh, I want to go through it again. And so they go through the 7-day faster manifestation challenge, and that's what they can get on the standard membership. Like I'm giving people a taste of what my work is all about right now. The price is embarrassing. It's literally $5 a month right now to join. I mean, it's like so I it was 30 it was 33 a month to join, but I brought it down, and what I did is I kind of sectioned off my more
Okay.
advanced material, and so I gave people like a small section of the material for the $5 monthly plan, which if you come in at $5, you can stay part of the community. You can absorb all of the content that's available in that section of the program for as long as you want. And there's plenty of stuff to do in there that's going to keep you occupied. Once you've done the 7-day faster manifestation challenge, I have a self-hypnosis, 8-day training, which I know we're speaking to hypnotherapists here, and hypnotherapists
Some people
obviously
don't
know.
know how to do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not, taught how to do it. Uh,
exactly. And
you
I
know,
do it differently. I do it
there you
completely,
go.
yeah. And then there's the gratitude course. So these are all on the standard level that you get for the $5. Plus, you get your card draws. You get your brain wave music. It's not brain wave music. It's brain rewiring music, and it's just all this really feel good music that I've been creating using with using AI, but it's like this really feel good music. And again, it was like I've just been letting the members like tell me what they want,
Yeah,
because
always,
one
yeah, it's always a good way to do that. I
it
like
really
that.
is. Like a few times I've like, "Hey, I just created this beautiful song, it's like it's really like it's okay to be rich, or I'm a millionaire and things like that." So I've created a lot of these, money oriented songs, and so I'll share a link to one of my songs, and somebody one day is like, "Is there a link where is there some place in the classroom where I could just get access to all of these?" And I'm like, coming right up. So
Right.
I created a, classroom for that. And so it's just, and then once you've gone through, all and consumed all the material that's there, then you can graduate, and you can unlock access to all of my advanced courses. And one of them being the 10K months challenge. But there's, money manifestation mastery, which is my signature course. Like, this is a course that I was selling for $2,000. It's in there under the $33 premium plan, and like 9 other courses. And the other cool thing about this community is the friendships and the bonds and the connections that are being created. Like, just
That's
this
nice.
morning,
Mm.
it's so fun. I mean, just like, you get a buddy, you get an accountability buddy, and and this is just another thing. It's like it's just I'm hypnotizing people without even realizing it, just by being so transparent about my own life and my own journey in there. So like every day I post what I'm going to. So if you want to know what I do all day long, exactly how my day looks, join my community, because like I post, from 5 o'clock to 8 p.m. This is what I'm doing. I mean, they know when I'm showering, they know when I'm hiking, they know, when I'm working on a project, when I'm working on my Facebook ads, whatever I'm doing, they're aware of it. So, but that started out as being is just, this is what I want to be held accountable for. And I, like, so it could be just like, I want to be held accountable for doing these things. My 3 revenue generating activities, which is something that I've been teaching people, like, what to do. And I've literally had to explain to people what a revenue generating activity is. A lot of people don't really know what that even means. And I've had to, I've shared what that actually is. And like,
I see. This is really interesting because you're coming up with some things there, and I'm like going, because you're right. I always, when I come up with a word, or when they come up with a word, it's like the word clarity. I know what clarity means to me, but what does it mean to them? And you've
yeah,
just come up with that, revenue, and it's like, well, and how to create that. Well, what does it mean to them? What do they
yeah,
understand by it? And what do you mean by it? Because you're right,
yeah.
you're coming poles apart.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, like, and so I created, and just the thought process in my mind when I said, coming up with, having 3 revenue generating activities that you do each day. And, in my mind, it was like, okay, well, working on your Facebook ad, sending your DMs out, making
Yeah,
your stories, or, going live, like all of these things. And so I created a list of like 50 different revenue generating activities that now they
great.
can choose from. And there's a million different revenue generating activities, but before it was like, they would list out their revenue generating activities they wanted to be held. Okay, listen to the Believe app. And it's like, yeah, that's going to support you in taking this the steps, but that's
Yes, you
not
have
the
to do
actual
it.
that's not the actual
Yeah,
activity. And so it's just really, just helping. I mean, and okay, so anyway, with regard to like the 10K challenge, so we meet 3 times a week. It's not mandatory to meet there's replays, available for that. But on Mindset Mondays, that's where, I really deliver the new content each week that's actually creating the evergreen course. So it'll eventually be an evergreen course. This is a 6-month, 26
mhm,
week challenge, that, because I wanted to give myself a long enough time. I wanted to give myself 6 months, to make this happen for that. But people are actually starting to achieve this within 90 days. I actually have, I would say, Anna, Johnny, Denise, are probably the like 3. They're probably going to hit it within the first 90 days, because we're only like 8 weeks in. So I already have like 3 that I believe that are going to hit that within the first 90 days. And then they've got the weeks, or months 4, 5, and 6 to make it consistent, because it's not just
there you
about
go.
your
Yeah, mhm,
income, going up and down.
mm,
We want to
mm,
have consistently growing, predictable month after month income. And I'm doing all of this by really listening for what comes next. Like, we had the focus week, and how to create your focus blocks, your focus for your productive actions that you're taking, but then also your focus time, for your mindset work. And so during that week, what was coming up was confidence. It was just like, that was like the natural progression. Like, I'm doing all these things, but okay, so then last week was confidence week, and they had some amazing breakthroughs. And actually this week is confidence week. It's still confidence week. And so they've been having some amazing breakthroughs with, increasing their prices, and being more visible online, and, doing all these things. And So then what's coming up this week, seems to be, some nervous system things, because I've been challenging them to get out of their comfort zone, out of the comfort
Yeah.
zone, out of the comfort zone. So guess what
Mhm.
happens? You start getting a little wobbly, a little shaky. So guess what we're working on next week?
Yeah.
Next week is all about, the really regulating the nervous system. So, and not in a, oh, let's just have you just relax. But let's
No, it's tools
expand.
quickly.
Yes,
Mm.
let's expand your capacity to be able to do more, because we don't want to just like every time your nervous system starts activating, for you to have to shrink back down and relax and just relieve yourself. We want to be able to expand your ability. That's one of the reasons why I'm so successful, is because none of that stuff happens to me, because I have regulated my nervous system to a degree that,
Mm.
and I've just kind of got the schedule down. I mean, it looks like a long day because I get up at 5 and I stop working at 8. But there's long times of journaling, meditation, hypnosis, hiking, eating lunch, taking several 15 to half-hour breaks. So I'm regulated because I don't ever really work longer than a 2-hour block without, giving myself some time. And at the same time, I'm like the most productive person that I know. So I'm just helping other people to step into their ability to master their day, master their time, master their mind, master everything that goes into being, a 10K earner and more and beyond.
Yeah, no, and I think you're right. It's about time management is one of the biggest things, and focusing your attention instead of being sort of sidetracked. Because I know I can easily be sidetracked, and I have to actually say to myself, focus, focus, focus. And unfortunately for me, I can and I do. And I don't have that fear of being, online.
No, you definitely don't. You're good.
I People get what they get, if I make a mistake while I'm talking, I don't care, because so does everybody else. It just doesn't matter. I'm fortunately not a perfectionist, so it's that really helps. Actually, I think that
Yeah.
is one of the biggest issues with so many people, that they think, because they have this fear of being judged by other people,
Yeah.
and if they can't do it perfectly, oh, then they won't do it, and then they just procrastinate. Uh,
Exactly, and that's one of the things that's always been so impressive about you. I mean, since you came on the scene, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago that I became aware of you, I just noticed, I mean, you just get out there and you have been so visible. I mean, like, you have made such a name for yourself, and then with your bunny talk process over the last few years, and, I mean, like, anybody in this industry knows who Claudia Ricard is. I mean, even my ChatGPT knows who you are, with your bunny talk process. And so, but it's because you realize that you have a job to do, and your job is to make sure that everyone gets certified in this process, because it's so important to you, and how valuable it is and how much change it's going to create in other people's lives. And when you find something like that, you just can't stop talking about it, and that helps you
right.
really to be visible. And honestly, up until, I mean, I've, my two biggest loves in my business have been my Believe app, and I mean, I love all my creations. I've created a lot of
You
amazing
have.
things,
Mhm.
but it's like, I mean, of course, all those books back there are amazing. They've really helped to create the curriculum for me on all the things that I talk about. And then even all my curriculum even goes beyond that, because it's kind of sometimes being created on the spot when new things just pop up during our live events. And it's like, oh, this is something that has been generated out of now us being together for 8 weeks. So it's like, okay, this is what naturally is coming to the service. So now when anybody comes through and starts the evergreen course, from day one, they now have a process that has been tried and true,
Nice.
and has been created organically with the people that are going through it right now. And do you think it's going to be $33 a month when I have, 100 graduates going through this program? No, but it's locked in for anybody who gets
Yeah.
in,
It'll go up.
on that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the cool thing about school is like when you join at the $5 rate for the standard, and if you want to stay a standard member, that's your rate forever. And
Wow.
the same thing on the premium. When you graduate, if you decide right now that you want to go ahead and go on to the premium subscription, which eventually will be probably 99, at least. I
Yeah.
mean, because people
Yeah.
are going to be investing in this program to get, the same
Maximum
results that,
benefits.
yeah,
The
the
thing is,
benefits are
Victoria, what I'm hearing is that when people join, is that actually you're going to be helping them keep accountable, so that
yes,
they join the community and they're all sort of like helping each other. So as you say, to do their videos, to do their marketing, to read up on it, and I don't mind, I can help people do a video because I always need guests, and I
yeah,
love meeting people. So
yeah,
that's not a problem. So you can literally just say that. Are you ready to do a video? Because I'm so easy. I did one with my son yesterday, and he was like, "Oh," and it was just conversation, and
yeah,
it was just like being with me, like it is now. And you just forget everybody else, and you just talk, and it's okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it is, so yeah, so just to answer your question about the accountability, and I sort of went full circle. So this morning when I was just reading through all the community comments, and like I never thought I'd have a community that I can't. It would be impossible for me to see every post, every message. It's like literally to this point where I'm sitting here today with 827 notifications on my phone just for my own. This is for my manifestation mastery school that I created. And it's like I have an assistant now that helps me, to manage. I have like Ask Victoria section because, I'm just not going to be able to see every post. So that's why we have buddies, because everyone gets a buddy. And so this morning it was just so fun, like reading through and seeing all the people like that are so excited about their buddies. Like, do you want to be buddies? And it's like, oh, we're buddies, yay! And then it's just like, and then of course every day they tag each other in their AM accountability posts. So they make their AM accountability posts, they tag each other, and then at the end of the day, they put like, and it's just funny how people just kind of like follow and just do what everybody else is doing, because it's like I never told any of the new people in there. The only people who were making accountability posts were the 10Kers, but everybody does it. No, everybody can do it.
Well,
Everybody do. They come
that's
in,
the
they see these.
power of
Huh?
suggestion.
It really is, and so, like, everybody comes in, they see, like, accountability posts, it's like, "Oh, I wanna make an accountability post," and so they'll start making their accountability posts, and then, at the end as they go through the day, they check off, and everybody, like, uses their cute little different emoji. I'm using a trophy emoji every day. Sometimes people use a cat emoji, or on Hump Day Wednesday, somebody was using, like, a camel emoji or whatever. It's just fun. It's like it's fun, but it's deep. Like people are making serious, changes. I mean, there's laughter, there's tears, there's, like everything in between, and it's the most beautiful thing I've
I
ever
love
created.
that.
I
Yeah.
can't stop
So well
talking about it.
done,
I
you
love it.
know? Yeah, well done you, because you know, you're creating a space that's holding space for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that we do really well as hypnotists, hypnotherapists, coaches. We hold space
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
people, and on this one you're holding space for their money issues, and manifesting more, so that they do feel worthy. They can ask for what, you know, that their value, and they can believe in themselves, and that money is an energy, and
Ex
it, you know, comes and it goes, and it comes and it goes, and it does a, you know, it's like whatever it does, because it, you know, because it just does. To me, it ebbs and flows. It comes and it goes, well, it comes and it
Yeah.
goes. We spend it as well, because we have to give it to somebody else,
Exactly.
and then it comes back, and it's just like this whole wave. And you just, if you need to just see it like that and not be scared of it.
Exactly. Well, and the other thing too is, like in the faster, manifestation challenge, like one of the biggest blocks to receiving money is, not knowing the how. Like, so many people get caught up in this, like, "Well, I don't know how I'm going to get from here to there." And so, that is one of the things that we definitely clear in, in the 7-day manifesting challenge, is that need, to know exactly how it's gonna show up. You don't need to know exactly how it's gonna show up. That when you try to pin down exactly how something is going to happen, you are limiting yourself to, looking at
Possibilities.
just the possibilities that are contained in the tiniest little part of your mind, known as the conscious mind, which is like the part that everybody tries to make decisions from or do anything
uh,
from.
uh,
And it's just the tiniest part of the mind. There's vast resources available in the universe, and you access those through your subconscious mind. You access the superconscious through your subconscious mind, and there are unlimited ways. I can't tell you, like, I mean, when I decided I'm going to have a community of 1,000 people, I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but guess what? Ideas started coming to me. I decided that this weekend, this Saturday, I I I never, like, I did not sit down and say, "How am I going to do this?" I'm out for a hike, and I start hearing voices
mm,
in my head, of course, like, call Jason Linett, call Steve G. Jones, call these people and see if they want to come and do an event, in the community. And so and I kept hearing, like, he's just going to say no. They're just going to say no. And I'm like, call them anyway. And everyone that I have asked to do this, and the latest one that I asked, I'm not sure if you know this name, but her name's Lauren LaHave. She works directly with Tony Robbins, like
okay.
literally on the same stage. She's best friends with Tony Robbins. Okay. And she has her own thing, her own experience, OWN experience. And she is freaking amazing. And I reached out to her and she said yes. And it's just interesting because these names keep flying to my head. Ask this person. I'm not, like, literally, I'm not trying to sit down and pencil out and logically try to think this through. I'm allowing this stuff to come to
Yes.
me. And that's, and so that's how I'm growing my community, is by listening to the messages that just come to me naturally, and they come.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that, Victoria, because what's the worst thing that will happen?
people say no,
Yeah. Yeah,
and guess
nothing. But
what?
if you don't ask, you don't, you know, you don't get.
Yeah, and guess what? We have a program for that. Rejection proof confidence. I just put that one in the app.
Yeah, yeah. No,
You know,
absolutely. Yeah, no,
like,
I agree.
fear of rejection is, like, so silly when you really think about it, because you won't do something because you're afraid that you're going to get rejected. And yet, who's rejecting you? You. You're
Yeah,
rejecting
I
yourself.
know. But you and I both know that
Yeah,
there's deeper work under that. So
absolutely. Yeah,
it's and that's what we all help people with. Those
exactly. And well, I
biggest
say,
fears.
our subconscious mind does silly things, to
Oh yeah.
protect us.
And it is because we are not our behaviors, of
Yeah,
like hiding and putting, doing the ostrich thing. We're not, that's a behavior. We are not our behaviors. We are our good intention. And we know that that biggest part of us will always do anything it can to protect our feelings. So
exactly.
it will. And you've got it, so you need some help to get out of that mindset, that belief set. And
Absolutely.
so I love that you're doing this. So
Thank you.
yes, thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
And
thank
I
you.
know
Yeah, and just, just so I'm really clear, so people know, that $5 special that actually does end on January 31st is going to be going up to $9 a month, which is still a
it's still
stupidly
really good.
low investment.
Yeah, it's
But
still really
after
good.
that,
And
that's when I'm gonna
accountability
yeah,
partner, the
after
whole
that,
work.
that's just when I'm gonna be doing some price testing and just let the conversions tell me, that, okay, it's time to raise the prices again because the conversions are too high at this price, And so that's when, that's how we're gonna do it. But yeah, we just put it at $5 until the 31st, and then it'll be 9 from there, and it'll just kind of keep going up from there. And so sooner you get in,
Excellent.
sooner you can lock in the
Excellent.
lowest
So
price.
I'll put the link in the comments, everybody,
Cool.
so that
Yeah.
you can join and be part of Victoria's community.
Yay.
And and get whatever you can from it, because you've got to put into it, as well. You've got to explore it and do these things.
Yeah.
So I love it. Thank you for being
Yay. Well, thank you so much
here.
for having me on. This has been
All
so
right.
fun. I know we probably did double the amount of time we were hoping to do. I'm just too excited. So
And that's
hopefully you guys are
okay.
still here listening.
I know. Well, you and I could chat forever anyway, so
We
that's
could.
that's always good. So, and thank you. Yes, the bunny talk process. I know I'm very passionate about it, and it's worldwide now. So, and I want it to continue that way. So, yeah,
Well,
I'm
I'm
excited.
just so proud of you for everything that you have accomplished with that. I mean, just kudos to you. My hat, if I had one, would be off to
Or
you
bunny
because
ears.
my bunny ears. Yes.
I know. I'm so
I
sad.
love it.
I have bunnies everywhere. I mean, I seriously do. It's like they come out of the woodwork.
I need to find a way to incorporate cats into my money manifestation mastery. So, I mean, we'll figure it out. I'm not going to sweat it, but I love cats so much. It
I know
has to be
you
part of
do.
mine.
Yeah, we had a chat about this. Well, you just have your lucky cat. You've got
Yes.
and then you just start wearing ears. Start
Yeah. Yeah.
wearing, start
So
wearing
then,
some.
yeah, then my target audience shrinks even more to just, cat lovers who are hypnotists and coaches looking to grow their
I
income to
know.
10K
So we'll sit.
plus.
Yeah, but it's well, everybody, but most people do love cats.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
it just and you can
And
and
it's
animals
become a
animals full stop. But I mean,
it's
the bunny
become
isn't even necessarily part of it. It's just the bunny talk. It's the name of it. It was Cheryl Elman that
right.
named it the bunny talk process.
He did
So
really?
yeah, so I've got her to blame for it.
Oh. Oh,
But it was
neat.
because I said mummy bunny and baby bunny, and she actually then yeah. I was telling her the first story, the very first time, and
Yeah.
she went, oh, "You have to do something with that."
Oh, very cool. Very
So
cool.
yeah, it's got a nice story. It's a very nice story behind
Oh,
it. So of how it began. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. And it's because this is live, so obviously, thank you and take care. Thanks for being on here, Victoria. And
thank you.
see you soon, everybody. Have a good
All
day.
right.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.